Contrarians, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Thursday, November 3rd. First off, we'll take a look at the leaderboard here. We got Flow up 13.8, Engine 10.8. What else? DENT up about 8-9%, looking really nice. Link up about 6% or so. So there was a lot of hype around the Fed meeting yesterday. If you guys don't know, the Fed approved a 75 point hike, 75 basis point, I should say. 75 basis point hike to take rates to highest since 2008 and hints at change in policy ahead. So it said the central bank's new statement hinted at a potential change in how it will approach monetary policy to bring down inflation. It says that stocks fell as Jerome Powell dismissed the idea that the Fed may be pausing soon, though he said he expects a discussion at the next meeting or two about slowing down the pace of tightening. So at this point, I'm just convinced that these Fed meetings are solely there to manipulate price at this point. If we go ahead, I want to go ahead, let's take a look at the S&P. I've been following that for a little while here. And, there's obviously a lot of whipsaw price back and forth yesterday during this meeting. And so now I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see, because when the Fed comes out and makes their announcements, the price will go up like during it, and then it'll fall down after, or vice versa. And there's really no clear direction until, a couple days later. So I would anticipate maybe next week we'll get a little bit more of a bias as to where we're heading, because any piece of information or news can go ahead and put the price on the other side again. So we'll have to wait and see what he says. I mean, this guy literally just said a lot of nothing yesterday, just talking in circles, just spewing bullshit out of his mouth. It was just very, very hard to watch. So we'll wait and see. So also wanted to point out, obviously Bitcoin fell yesterday too. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We'll go ahead here and see where it's trading around 20,293. So altcoins are up. We'll go ahead. Let's take a look at BTC Dominance here and see where we're at on that front. As we know, BTC Dominance, if that's falling, that should be positive for the altcoins. And right now, it looks like we dropped a little bit yesterday. So we'll have to wait and see again. There's no clear, distinct bias just yet. These things normally take a little while to pan out here. So let me close my Signal app, my encrypted messages. What else do we got here? Litecoin pre-halving fractal hints at 200%. Litecoin price rally by July 2023. So let's go ahead. We'll take a look over here at Litecoin. Litecoin had been moving up over the course of the last, little while. I mean, let's see, October 20, let's go back to October 11th or so. Since October 11th, we had a rise of 33% in Litecoin. And right now, you're still up about 30% or so. Went from about, $49 to $64. Nice little gain here. And I believe that Litecoin was it a first mover? I know that Chainlink was a first mover last bull run. Chainlink was definitely up there, and Litecoin may have followed suit. I know it was like Chainlink, Doge, and a handful of others, but Litecoin's an OG in the crypto space. I mean, it's the second one that was created behind Bitcoin. So I don't know if you're talking about staying power here. I mean, Litecoin is definitely one that I would keep in my long-term bag for quite a while. I mean, it's been around almost as long as Bitcoin. So, I mean, how are you going to go wrong with that? And the all-time high Litecoin was roughly $400, I want to say, give or take. Yes, 409 was the high. So, again, buying when things are flat. I mean, look at that accumulation period. Jesus. And that was, I remember when Litecoin was like 3 cents when it first came out. Absolutely insane if you think about the price gain on that particular asset. But Litecoin now, if we're going to see where it dropped from that 400 level, nice double top there. So, 84% off right now. In my opinion, anything above 80% is a buy. If you're able to scoop up assets on the cheap for 80% off, you're crushing it. And I don't care if it drops a little further. I mean, so what? You know, that's why you always have dry powder on the side. In case it does drop further, you don't go all in and blow your load. You know, you gotta keep some on the side just in case, so you can average down a little bit in case you did not buy at the right level. And if you've been around for trading it for any length of time, you know that you're never going to buy the bottom or sell the top. And if you do, you just get lucky. But to be consistent in doing that takes, it's almost impossible. So unless you have some insider info. So Litecoin, point being said, we have seen that after, like, for instance, like when Bitcoin has its halving, roughly 6 months after is when we really start to get some expansion in price. You know, it halves, there's about a 6-month accumulation period, and then it just pops. So it says here that Litecoin's momentum indicators signal extremely oversold conditions. Even though it's already gone up like 30 something percent, I might wait for a little bit of a pullback here. But again, like I said, when you're buying things so discounted, 80% off, I mean, that's where you want to be here. So this is their chart they have here. It looks like it's banging up against a nice trend line there. Our whole goal is to buy extremely far away, 90% plus away from the all-time highs, scoop up everybody's fear, and then be patient and wait. That's how you're going to make the most money, unless like you're a master day trader, which good luck going up against the algorithms if you're just doing it yourself. You need to have an algo if you're going to outperform the market, in my opinion. Now, NFTs bridge music communities across genres and blockchain ecosystems. If you guys have been following the channel for a little while, you know that I was not the biggest fan of NFTs. I do think that something needs to be attached to these NFTs to provide value or utility. It says a new NFT drop featuring music industry icons such as Snoop Dogg and Billy Ray Cyrus. Cool. Who cares about Billy? Do you guys even know who Billy Ray Cyrus is? Bringing together music communities from across the genre spectrum. Yeah. What did Pete Davidson say? He's like, oh yeah, if I was 45 years old, I'd be freaking out right now. Yeah, no one cares about Snoop Dogg and Billy Ray Cyrus, okay? NFTs are stepping into the next wave of Web3 with utility capabilities. Cool, that's what we want, utility capabilities. A new collection from the Mint NFT Marketplace and metaverse entertainment platform Animal Concerts does this across the musical genre spectrum, as well as blockchain networks. It says the collection, A Hardworking Man, features the crypto-savvy hip-hop star. He's not crypto-savvy. He's just getting paid out the ass to promote these projects, okay? I wouldn't necessarily call him crypto-savvy. I'd be surprised if this guy even had a MetaMask wallet, let alone a ledger, okay? It says the collection features highlight fizzy digital experiences with digital artwork as well as in-person concert perks. Okay, this is what I want. I want the perks. I want to be able to go to the concert. If my favorite musician, like, okay, Alice in Chains comes out. I'm probably dating myself here. Alice in Chains comes out with in-person concert perks for owning their NFT of, like, Jerry Cantrell flying through space on his guitar. All about it, dude. I'll buy that shit right up. But it says Colin Fitzpatrick, the founder and CEO of Animal Concerts, highlighted the major existing fan bases of all three artists involved in the collection as how Web3 provides these existing communities the tools to evolve. So I think NFTs are going to get pretty crazy and in-depth. I wouldn't care about owning a Snoop Dogg picture unless, like I said, I was a fan of his and I got to go backstage, or maybe I get access to 10 concerts of my choosing or something like that. I don't know how that would work, but I know that there's probably technology out there that will read your address on the blockchain and be able to give you those rewards somehow, some way. I know that Bored Ape supposedly did that. I think they did that with Bored Ape did that with Snoop Dogg and Eminem, I believe, during Art Basel in Miami, I want to say. My buddy was telling me that, you had to buy a Bored Ape or have to own a Bored Ape to get in. And kind of almost makes it like an exclusive club, right? So you have all these, 6-figure NFT artwork collectors that are probably worth, if you're having an NFT that's worth 6 figures, either you're already a millionaire or you got that shit really early, in my opinion. So, they kind of form their own little millionaires club, which I get it. It's exclusive. You get to go party on a yacht with Eminem, man. I might just buy one. But like I said, it can't just be a picture of a shark changing colors from some unknown artist. Like that's not going to work. Okay. So pretty interesting. I do think they're going to attach a lot more stuff to these NFTs, which will actually give it utility and value. But I could give a shit less about owning a picture of Snoop Dogg wearing a hard hat. Okay. Now, it says Bitcoin seller exhaustion hits 4-year low in typical bear market move. Low volatility and high on-chain losses for Bitcoin. But overall, UTXOs in loss still have a way to go to match previous market bottoms. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that we could be rounding out here. I mean, just looking at the Bitcoin chart, assuming it doesn't do anything else, okay, assuming that we completely collapse after this, there has to be some sort of retrace here. There's way too much open space here of these levels not getting tested. So if I'm looking here, I'm looking for some sort of retrace to come in at the minimum right here, okay? Definitely between, right around 30 grand. Next, I'm probably looking somewhere around here, okay? 44, 45 grand. And then, the grand finale, if we were able to get up to these levels here, somewhere in this area would be epic. And I don't think that's going to happen necessarily, but who knows? I could be proven wrong. I do know that from watching these charts long enough, we should, at the very minimum, get a 100% move to the upside, which would put us where? At the very minimum. 100% move, you're talking 35, 36K. So these would be the levels I'd have mapped out right around here. These are the potential levels for Bitcoin that I see for a retracement to come in. Okay, there's just too much untested. And if you, what I really like to do is flip this shit upside down. Okay, now you can kind of see, if you were looking at this chart upside down, it looks like we're running into a double top here. Boom, testing, can't break through, fall back down, and then here are your levels, right? So are we going to come back down in the 60K range? That would be epic if we did. I would have to assume that alts would really be running at that point. But at the very minimum, I mean, anywhere between, I have to say at least 100% move from the lows, which puts us at 36K, okay? That's where I see things going. 36K area for a retrace in Bitcoin makes logical sense to me, because these guys that pump these projects up, if you look time after time, 100% gain is roughly the minimum that they go for on a nice retrace. So that's where I'm looking at. Like I said, if you guys are ever in doubt, flip the chart upside down. It'll help remove some of your bias as to which direction things are going. Anybody who reads charts can see that we're looking and running up against massive resistance here. Not going to really probably break through this 20K, and it looks like we're getting that rounded top here, and then to start to move down, next profit taking could be 31, 36, and if we really get excited here, they want to get some retail traders to FOMO in with a nice rise to the upside on 150 to 300% move. I could definitely see that happening, but bare minimum 36K in my opinion. Now, what else do we got here? CoinDesk, you need to do a better job on your website. I don't like your website at all. I just think it looks like shit. Cointelegraph, they know what they're doing over here. So what do we got here? Decentralized storage solutions, Airweaves, don't really care about that. I had something else picked out here. Oh, Fidelity. Okay, so Fidelity, for all you old men out there that have your Fidelity and E-Trade accounts, Fidelity is opening commission-free crypto trading to retail investors. So if Fidelity's in the space and you've been sitting on your stock portfolio and your real estate and whatever else you have, it may be a good idea to scoop up some crypto while no one is talking about it. It says Fidelity handles $9.9 trillion in assets and opened an early access waitlist to users Thursday morning. The service, called Fidelity Crypto, will allow investors to buy and sell Bitcoin and Ether and use custodial and trading services provided by its subsidiary, Fidelity Digital Assets. Users will be required to maintain a $1 account minimum. Okay, if you're what kind of broke ass bum would not have $1 if you're even thinking about opening up a Fidelity crypto account? It seems kind of like it can go without saying you're not going to open up an account with like 42 cents. Anyways, it says where our customers invest matters more than ever. Fidelity said in a statement, a meaningful portion of Fidelity customers are already interested and own crypto. We're providing them with the tools to support their choice so they can benefit from Fidelity's education, research, and technology. Cool. So here you go, Fidelity in the crypto trading game. So I think with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for the Encrypted Capital Recap. If you guys like what you heard, please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. Sign up for the newsletter, support the channel. Catch you guys all in the next video.